Is it possible that an arm which was paralyzed by stroke can regain its movement like this? Yes, it can be, because 5 years ago, this arm and its fingers and wrist cannot move by itself. But now they're able to turn upside down, or they can turn palms up and palms down. Hi, I am my friend Fiao-ag, and I am a 64-year-old ischemic stroke survivor. In this channel, I would like to inspire you in order that you will recover your own body parts that were paralyzed by stroke. The exercises in this channel are all based on my field experiences as a stroke survivor. I discovered my own form of therapy and exercises, and these were the ones that I did in order to get back my arm, my leg, and my tongue. In April 2013, blood clots blocked arteries on the left side of my brain, which affected my right leg and my right arm and fingers, and also my tongue. And it also affected or lessened part of my memory, so I have to increase it or improve it. As you can see in my picture there, my arm was simply hanging. There was no power, there was no electric power running through here onto the fingers. The fingers have to be electrically stimulated to give them a sense of movement. So the favorite position of my arm and hand was like this. Now, I had a problem, or my problem was how am I going to make this arm move and also these fingers move? The answer came through necessity, and it was because I am a righty. I am a righty person. This is my dominant hand before, and I want to use the cup, but then these fingers cannot even grip the cup, much more so with this arm holding the cup on this level. So I have to think of a way to really move this arm here, and here is one of the very basic exercises that really started me on my recovery and the recovering of my muscles. During the first months of my attack on stroke, that is way back 2013, my weak arm cannot even move by itself. How did I start or develop this kind of power that my arm can now have, or not, that it now have? What I did was I have to let the good arm turn the weak arm by itself. If my arm were like this way, positioned this way, then I have to turn it slowly that way, there. Then I have to pull it back, then push it out again, palms up and then palms down. This was what I did whenever I sat down. I just have to turn this palms up, palms down, palms up, palms down. I just can't remember how long I have been doing this. All I knew was that um, there came a moment when I tried to move the arm by itself, and there was movement, and that really made me very, very happy, and it inspired me to keep turning this hand more like that there. So every morning I have an exercise, or afternoon I have an exercise, or when I'm sitting down I just do something like this there. This is a good exercise for beginners. The good hand has to help the weak hand to move, because as survivors, as strokes patients and survivors, you know very well, as I know myself, that power is really lost. Although in some other survivors, they could have still the power to move their arm by themselves, they are luckier. But for me, I was brought to the hospital, or I reached the hospital 20 hours after my stroke, so there was really real damage done to the left side of my motor section, and I really have to start from scratch, and this is one of them. So if you want to move your arm, if you haven't tried this exercise, do it and see the effect. Just be patient. Don't give any timetable. Let your mind and body develop that coordination, and you will see that you are progressing when later on your weak arm will now be moving by itself. Even just a twitch, even if it's just like that, and that's already good. That's a good sign that it is already progressing. Just be patient. So here is our application for why we have to practice our palm to go up and to go down. It's because we have to use it as part of our body and as part of our life and as part of what we do every day. So from this bottle here, I would like to fill this up so that you will see. This palm here, or this hand here, should be steady enough to hold this plastic cup while it is being filled with this liquid here. And here we go. So from here, I will now pour it like that. There, this is soda, that's why there is or there are bubbles, and I would like to go to the brim if possible. There you go. So the arm is, or the hand is now keeping it on itself level while I get the other plastic cup here, so that we will make another move, which is the result of our practice, which is going palms down. So this palm up weak hand of mine will now transfer the liquid over to the next plastic bottle, or rather plastic cup. And here we go. Okay, there. Okay. So it's tilting, and still tilting slowly until it goes palm down. So the liquid is now transferred to this section here, which means to say that this hand here that was practiced to turn palm down and palm up was successful enough in its practice. And let's try it again. I would like to pour this one here over here. So there you go. Okay, so there it is now transferred, and the palm, the hand, the arm must be able to hold itself like this while we are doing again the action of transferring the liquid. Okay, you might be wondering that is the exercise that I've shown you previously the only exercise that you will do in order to come up to this level? I would like to advise you that that is just the very beginning, because in between that exercise and this level here, there are many more exercises that will come or that I did and before I came up to this level. And those ones, I will be placing them on my channel here, which I would like you to see and do. That is, if you want to come up to this kind of mobility, strength, and looseness of the arm when you practice them. So don't worry, this is a long-term goal, as I might say. This is a goal that is, you might say, 10 kilometers away or 10 miles away, while we are still on the main step of the 0 mile. So it is coming, or they are coming, and don't worry about them. All you have to do is try to really place your mind in this stage while you are doing those basic exercises, because they are the building blocks to our being able to come up to this kind of level. Okay, so of course, after doing practicing this exercise here, then try to take a sip as a prize for doing it. So here we go. So that's the result. It's time to move, because movement is the only antidote to stroke. I will be seeing you then. Let's go.